Hey gang, Uncle Todd here, and yes, I forgot my camera today. So, using the phone. Here to see Maxxxine. It's the third part of Ty West's trilogy. The first, X, was set in the 70s, and it starred Mia Goth, and she was part of a group of young people that were renting this little house, shack, whatever, behind this farmhouse to secretly make a porno. And then it turns out the farmer's wife, I think they're in their 70s or 80s at this point, turns out that she's a bit of a repressed homicidal maniac. And then the second film, Pearl, that involved a prequel of how she kind of became what she was shown in the previous film. Both Pearl and the other character were both played by Mia Goth, so you know, showing her range. And this one is the third one, which follows the main character from X in Hollywood, and I think there's like a serial killer that's involved in somehow, because you know that seems to be the overarching theme here, is her having to deal with these. So, I'll tell you what I think when I get back. Hey gang, really good film. Enjoyed it a lot. Now, in X, because it was set in the 70s, it had that kind of grimy, low-budget exploitation look about it. And of course in Pearl, as it was set in late teens, basically the end of World War One, and it had that kind of Technicolor classic Hollywood look about it, even though that's not actually accurate to that period, but we'll go with it. And in this one, I thought it was going to be an 80s slasher look. It's a giallo. I didn't realize it until there was this tense confrontation scene in an alley, and the colors you're seeing dark blue, these kind of reddish pink hues, ostensibly from the neon in the area, but yeah, that's when I realized it was a giallo. And then of course the killer was wearing black gloves, staple of the giallo. These ones had zippers on the top, throwback to Dario Argento. And a lot of Dario Argento aspects about it, you know, the psychosexual underpinning of the whole motivations and things. There, I have to give you a warning, especially if you're a guy. If you're a girl, you'll probably cheer, but there is a very, very graphic scene of a would-be assaulter getting an extremely graphic comeuppance. So be warned for that. Fairly good mystery plot. You might not realize who the killer is during the reveal unless you've seen X. The basic plot is it's 10 years after X, and Maxxxine is now going by another name and has become fairly popular in the adult film industry, but she's wanting to make that transition to commercial film, and is auditioning and gets a part in a horror movie called The Puritan, which is getting a lot of religious people in uproar over, you know, satanic, you know, and also the real life serial killer, the Night Stalker, is on the news. And there are these weird killings where the victims are branded with the satanic symbol, you know, the upside down star and all that. And the police don't believe it is the Night Stalker, but it made to look like it. and the killer has their attention set on Maxxxine. She's getting strange messages, and this private eye contacts her. His employer wants her to come to a certain address, or else her past will be exposed. You know, that whole killing Pearl and her husband, even though it was self-defense and there isn't really any proof of it, but that's neither here nor there. And so we slowly get a build-up to a big climax. A lot of Giallo techniques used in. There's some slow motion, kind of a dream logic in some scenes. Really good. Mia Goth, excellent as always. Giancarlo Esposito is really good as her, I wouldn't call him sleazy agent, but her less than ethical agent, let's say, with a wonderful wig. Oh my God, that pompadoured hair he wears. And Kevin Bacon is excellent as a seedy private eye who isn't quite as smart and tough as he thinks he is. Yeah, a lot of good 80s music. You know, ZZ Top, Kim Carnes. I think Frankie Goes to Hollywood in one scene. I think it was. I have to check the soundtrack. And a good score, too. There's a chase scene that has just screams, that kind of goblin-esque kind of music they used to do for Argento. Yeah, good ending to the trilogy. Ties everything up. And, of course, has that through line of film and Hollywood and all of that. That goes through all three films. So, yeah, thumbs up from me. Please hit like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.